For my next trick, I'm going to show you a very nice card control. It is actually the table version of the double undercut. Looks something like this. A card is selected by the spectator, let's say the Jack of Hearts. It gets returned inside the center of the pack and giving the cards a series of cuts and one shuffle. The card has been controlled to the top, the Jack of Hearts. That's what we will learn today. If you liked it, go ahead and let me know with a thumbs up and a subscription on the channel. But now, let's get started. Intro, please. So, let's get started. My new intro, I really hope you enjoyed it. It is an intro, by the way, that we've been working on around a month now with my new friend on YouTube. His name is Mr. Hamsterfresse on YouTube. He does some great work and he has different projects on his YouTube channel. The link is in the description box below, where he creates some amazing movies, actually, cartoon style, and also like my intro. So thank you for that. If you like the stuff, go ahead and check out his channel in the description box below. But now let's get started with the explanation. What happens in this move is actually, if you're familiar with the double undercut, it's the same thing, but it's just done on the table. In a moment, I'm going to change the camera angle, as it is easier to understand if you're looking at the deck from my point of view. But what happens is, when you have a card selected, from my point of view, you catch a break above it, and using the two cuts, the card already has been controlled to the top, and the shuffle is just to make the shuffle more convincing. However, it is already controlled, right? But now let's change the camera angle very quickly. So it's gonna be much easier teaching it from this angle. So what happens from my point of view is this. You have a card selected that goes inside the center. As I'm pushing it in, I push it in a way so the card comes off here, right? But from the point of the spectators, the card is not visible, right? By now pushing my thumb on top of the card, I can get a break right here. Okay, and from the front, the break is not seen by the spectators. Now I'm just going to use two cuts to cut these cards from the bottom to the top, and I'm already done. I'm just going to shuffle the cards to make it more convincing. Right? Now let me teach it to you more detailed. So let's have a card selected. I'm just going to leave it facing up so you can follow me easier. I'm just riffling with my thumb from the back and push it around the half of the deck in, right? And I push it in so you can see around the half of the card like side jog. Now as I push the card in completely, I'm usually doing it with my ring finger, and I'm contacting the card around here. So when I push it in, this is gonna go in an angle. Right, okay? So it's gonna go in an angle into the pack, and it is gonna leave me here a piece of the card which I can use to push on it and then basically control it. And just to make it, now I'm just looking at the camera and I see that you can't really catch the white part of the card. So let me switch the blue card with a red card, which I hope will be more easier. Okay, it will be easier for you to catch it, right? So you're here. As you push it in, okay, with my ring finger, I contact the top edge of the top corner of the red card in this case, okay? And as it is all covered with my hand, I'm here. And if it is like out too much, I can readjust it as both of my hands are here, okay? But that's not gonna be the case usually, right? So I'm now here. It doesn't have to be like sticking out a lot. It should be enough so you can use your thumb to push on it and catch a break right here. Once you're here, you're just going to take with your middle finger and thumb around a half of the cards beneath the break, cut them to the top without releasing the break here, and then take the remaining cards and move them to the top, and you're done. So one more time. This looks all very simple, but it is really something you just have to practice a little bit. You are here. Here, let me do this. Here, with your ring finger, you push it here so it comes out. Okay? And as it is now out, just push with your thumb on top of it so you have your brake. In this case, it is too little, the brake, but still doable. Okay, and from the front, it is of course not seen by the spectators. So I just put here another thing, a three-way mirror, so you can see what the spectator sees and that almost every angle is covered by doing this move. Okay, the only angle that flashes the brake or the control is the angle from the point of the spectators. Even if the spectator sits right here somewhere, since your hand is here, the brake is covered, right? And from the front, it looks like that image here that you see. So you're here, a card has been selected, the ace of spades. Push it in, around the half of the card. With your ring finger, it goes in. In this case, I'm just leaving this hand away so you can see that it comes out here. Okay? And as both of your hands are here, as you press on it and catch a break, you can square this red part of the pack too. Okay? Like, this is just a thing that should maybe take you 1 to 2 seconds. A very quick move, actually. And from here, it's the easier part. Take a half of the cards underneath the break, cut them to the top, and the remaining cards. Okay, I'm usually going from me towards the spectator as I strip it out and put it on top. And one more thing to mention. Okay, that's just the way I do. Some of you will prefer to do it like just leaving the pack on the table and then doing the cut. But I usually do it by kind of tilting the pack. I don't know why. Maybe it works easier for me. But that's the way I do it. So some of you will do it by leaving the pack really on the table. And some of you will tilt the deck like me. Okay, but that's not going to be a big difference for the spectator. So you're here. Put it in. This goes in as the red part of the pack, of the card in this case, pops out, press on it, and control it to the top. Now just shuffle the cards to make it more convincing, and you have controlled the card to the top. And that's basically the card control. I really hope you enjoyed it. It is something you just have to practice in front of the mirror a little bit, but it's not that hard to do. It's just the double undercut basically, as I've said at the beginning. Just the table version of it. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, go ahead and let me know with a thumbs up. And also tell me how you like that setup here for explanation purposes. It's something I might do in my future videos too. That's it. I'll see you next time.